While there's been a lot of talk about Huawei's P50 Pro, the regular P50 has flown under the radar quite a bit. So what does the not Pro P50 have to offer? How does it differ from its more expensive stablemate? Let's get the unboxing out of the way and find out in today's video. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and if you do end up liking what you see here, thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon. This is the box that the Huawei P50 comes in. Let's go ahead and open it right up. The first thing you get is the phone itself. Let's remove it from its protective cover and now peel off the screen protector. This here's the Cocoa Gold. Huawei also offers the P50 in pearl white and golden black. Moving on, we have a white insert that houses the SIM ejector tool, a regular TPU case, a USB Type-A to Type-C cable with orange accents, and finally the 66-watt Huawei supercharger. So that's pretty much everything in the box. Let's now move on to the P50 itself. The finish here looks cool. We have the familiar dual circles to the back for the cameras. The glass back here, it looks refined. The P50 is under 8mm thick, making it slimmer than the Pro. It's also lighter, coming in at around the 180 gram mark. That said, the P50, it still manages to feel kind of solid in hand. It has a certain heft to it. Now, unlike the Pro though, the sides here, they're plastic. But IP68 water and dust resistance, that rating has still been retained and the design seems tastefully done. The back curves to the edges, the display is flat, so it's as ergonomic as slippery glass-backed phones can get. And that flat display, I'm sure some will appreciate. No reflections as you can get on curved panels like the P50 Pro has. This display is slightly smaller at 6.5 inches. It's Full HD+, but the refresh is also just 90 Hz. I really wish they had 120, but hey, at least it's not 60. We also get 300 Hz touch sampling alongside 1440 Hz high frequency PWM dimming to avoid flicker at lower brightness levels. Talking about brightness, it can also get bright enough to not pose issues outdoors when used under direct sunlight. Now under the hood, we again get Qualcomm's flagship chip from last year on the Snapdragon 888. Huawei seems to have the only implementation of this with 4G due to their issues, so that's a pretty big con. That said, the actual performance feels nice, and here's MIUI 12, Huawei's kind of sort of fork of Android, and it feels quite responsive to use. At first boot, I was taken aback by the sheer amount of preloads I saw, but this seems to be only shortcuts of popular apps that Huawei's added to make the App Store experience easier. Swap to the app drawer mode, and as you can see, there is almost no bloat on this phone. Also, Huawei's added their own unique touches here and there. For example, you can expand folders on screen like this, so you don't have to open the folder itself to launch the app, but instead you do it directly from the expanded folder, which kind of becomes a widget at this point. There's a strong theme engine at play. Then there's Ultra Snapshot, which lets you quickly snap a picture by just double pressing the volume key. Now, in my time with the P50 so far, the user experience, it felt just fine. The phone was responsive and felt fast to use. Of course, there is the lack of Google services, but barring a few Google-specific apps, these days the combination of the Huawei App Store and pedal search means you can get pretty much what you need. It's a pain, yes, but at least things are getting better. Now, other specs include 8 gigs of LPDDR4X RAM and 128 or 256 gigs of UFS 3 storage. The battery capacity is slightly lower than the Pro at 4100 mAh. Typically, Huawei skins have been very efficient at handling battery, so I expect the P50 to be able to get through a day of moderate to heavy use. And of course, if needed, there is that 66-watt supercharger to get you back up and running very quick. With that, let's now talk cameras, and I can't really talk about this without a hint of sadness. The P50, now this is the last Huawei phone to feature that Leica branding, something Huawei has had since 2016. In fact, they were amongst the first brands to have this kind of partnership, which ended March 31st this year. Now, Leica's going nowhere though. They now have a partnership with Xiaomi, so we gotta wait and see how that plays out. Anyways, coming back, we have a triple camera setup. The primary is the same 50 megapixel true chroma from the Pro. It's once again paired with the f1.8 lens, but there is no optical stabilization this time around. That said, the camera still shoots excellent pictures, rich with a lot of detail, flagship stuff. Now, the secondary is a 13 megapixel sensor paired with an ultra-wide f2.2 lens, which again happens to do quite well. This has autofocus and can pull double duty for macro if need be. I absolutely love the third camera. This is a 12 megapixel sensor that's paired with a f3.4 telephoto lens to make for 5x optical zoom. Now, even at 10x, the images turned out pretty usable. Not just under good light. Now, this is a 10x zoom shot under low light. From the ultra wide all the way down to this, pretty decent range for this phone. Video tops out at 4K 60. There is electronic stabilization that Huawei calls AIS, and the resulting footage is quite pleasant. The selfie camera is amongst the widest I've come across. It's a 13 megapixel f2.4 and it can fit a whole lot in a single frame. This is also used for face unlock, and there is a fingerprint scanner located underneath the display, which was pretty quick. Other placements include secondary microphones and speaker up top, stereo audio, the power and volume keys to the right, nothing to the left, primary speaker, Type-C port, microphone, and SIM tray to the bottom. This SIM tray here, it can take a SIM and nano memory. Huawei remains one of the last brands to offer memory expansion, proprietary as it might be. They also offer a dual SIM option if that's something you need. Now in the UAE, Huawei offers the 256 gig variant of this phone at $2799 AED, and here are the converted prices on screen. For the price that Huawei seems to demand, the P50, it looks like a decent overall package, especially with those cameras. Now, if Huawei weren't limited by things beyond their control, this could have been a great phone. For now, it's something aimed at a limited niche audience, and if you fall into this category, you want to use a phone free of Google services, then the P50 might just be worth it for you. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this quick little unboxing and hands-on. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. And thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4 Retech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.